live partly in the States and partly here.
I've bought a microscopic camera that can go into my ear and find earwax. I can dig out earwax with a tiny microscopic spoon.
It can find it, like a detector, like it beeps when it's near.
Yeah,
Or...
I don't even hold it; it just goes in.
like some kind of weird, like something that might have been in Bugs. You know, remember Bugs in the 90s?
Yeah.
Craig McLachlan.
Ah, and the others.
Yeah, Jesse Eldorado.
Yeah, that's it. Just... Hello and welcome to When Wagon Wheels Were Bigger. The podcast is watching Arsehole Royals again. I'm Mark.
I'm Martin. We should watch Bugs. Was that before 95?
No, I don't think it was.
That's a shame.
I've got a feeling it was like when we were in college.
Oh, rubbish.
I could be wrong.
Shame.
I might be wrong. We'll look up in a minute. Not
Okay.
during this, so. What's weird about that camera, though, going back to that, is that the inside of the ear is freaky, and there's obviously like the inner ear and the eardrum and everything, but it's like a membrane. And all I could see, because I was watching it on my phone, what the camera was seeing, and all I could think of would be horrible, like a hand pushed against it. Something
What, from inside your head?
Yeah, like a tiny hand or a tiny face like pushing up against it. And that bit in Fire in the Sky when he's got that membrane over him.
Yeah.
He's kind of pushing through it. Like that. That's what I had in my head. Now
That
I
would
freak
be
myself out.
a proper good sort of horror short, wouldn't it?
The word shower. I have to edit this out.
Because
So
because you
right.
could capture that footage and you could probably make something that looked, because it would only have to be a small, just the hint of a hand just coming out of the darkness.
Yeah.
What would you call it?
Hand in my ear.
No wonder my mic blows out and I have to keep turning it back up again. When I just see
That'd be the creepy pasta. That's what we call it. Hand in my ear.
hand in my ear.
Imagine the guys from The Watcher reading that out. Are you scared? No. Not in the slightest.
Have you seen Hand in My Ear? No, what's it about? I hate those. Are you scared though? Because they're all shit. All the stories are shit. And they're better than that. I think Shane and Ryan are better than the shit they're doing, and I'm glad that they're going back to doing ghost adventure stuff. But I wish they'd come up with a better title than The Ghost Files.
Yeah, I wish they'd go back to BuzzFeed Unsolved True Crime, because I loved that.
Well, I'm hoping that they'll do something.
I learnt a lot
along those lines, because that's what people want them to do, is ghost stuff, true crime stuff. But no, they're not. I wonder how long they spent coming up with a name for that, because that's really weak.
It is weak. But yeah, Are You Scared is... I haven't watched them all, but there was one that I thought, that's quite well written. But did you watch the one with the Peloton bike?
I've only seen a couple, and I just wrote it off as not being
stupid.
something I'm interested in.
Really fucking stupid, that story. Didn't even warrant them doing it. At least some of the others had some like quite interesting narrative to them.
I found the one I watched went on really long. No, I've seen a couple. I've seen two. I've seen one about somebody in a mirror, I think. And another one where like an old man gets taken in by a family to have some food, and it turns out he's like a timeless vampire and he eats them instead, and it's just rubbish. Like they're all cannibals, but he eats them. Oh, and it's just shit, because like, is it real? No, it's not, because this is about a vampire.
No, because also he's written it.
Exactly.
There was one where the person's dead.
Yeah.
He's like writing it from beyond the grave, says, so is it real? Oh, no.
Oh, and I have seen another one as well, which was supposedly from like a chat blog, a chat room or something, where this girl goes on a train, and the train takes her to hell. Yeah. It's a Japanese train, and it's Japanese hell. I don't know.
Japanese hell.
I don't know what it was, but anyway, it's just shit and boring, and they go on too long. So yeah, come on, Shane and Ryan,
stupid.
Do better content.
You're better than that. You're better than that.
The two blokes who are just watching old
I know, right?
TV shows.
So, to carry on from last week, we're going to do part 2 of It's a Royal Knockout Tournament BBC 1987 part 2.
Yeah, who's that uploaded by?
Uploaded by David Michael Piper.
Excel.
So we'll try and be less libelous this week.
We're fine.
Or not.
We'll
let's see
be
what happens.
fine.
So we return to 1987 to see the hollowed-out head of Jeff Capes on a celebrity as he knocks down knights with a big giant ball.
Yes.
That's the game they were playing.
Seems to be.
Seems to be. So you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Historical sex crimes.
Do you think Jeff Capes is amused by this, or finds
Aroused,
it
I'd
insulting?
say.
Aroused, like my face. Do you think he stuck one of these masks in his bag and took it home and made his wife wear it?
Yeah, and he wore one as well. So now you're fucking Jeff Capes.
He said to his wife, "This is what it's like to have sex with me," and she went, "I know."
I know. It's just as bad as it's always been.
That's what I always see. Could you
Why are there
please
so many budgies in the background?
stop the budgie squawking? No, I need it. I need to hear it. He thinks, "Fucking the budgies."
The thing is, what Jeff Capes likes about this, the man wearing his face smashing stuff, is that he loves seeing himself smash stuff. And sometimes
He
it's not
doesn't
always.
He doesn't always get to see that, does he?
He doesn't always get to see it, unless there's a mirror. So it's quite nice for him. He's like, this is what it must be like for all the normal people
Yeah.
watching me smash stuff.
All the non-Jeffs, as I call them.
All the non-Jeffs, yeah. That's Kevin Kline. Christ almighty, they've got some actually quite big stars.
What, wearing the Jeff Capes outfit?
No. He's behind Jenny.
Oh,
Agutter.
yeah.
There he is.
Because the last we saw it was Gary Lineker in the Jeff Capes outfit.
Yeah.
Who's in the Reds, though?
I've no idea who this is.
No, I can't tell. Oh, well.
I don't know. A celebrity from the 80s.
Did he do as well as or better than...
I wasn't paying close enough attention.
did he kill more knights or fewer knights than Gary
Jeff
Lineker?
Capes. No one's killed more knights than Jeff Capes.
Jeff Capes, honestly, if you pit him against a field full of medieval knights, he is always going to be the winner.
He's always going to be the winner. Pit him
heads
against a
everywhere.
field full of anything.
A field of anything. Mice,
Bulls,
budgies.
budgies, dragons, tractors. Doesn't matter. Kill them all. Metal dragons is what he calls dragons.
One horse-sized chicken or 100
Yeah.
chicken-sized horses.
All of them. He just ploughed through them.
He would.
I don't think he said anything, has he?
What?
Jeff
Yeah,
Capes in this?
I don't know. I've had the volume down, so he might have said all the things.
Well, I've not seen his mouth. All the things. I've not seen his mouth move.
He got
That was
knighted.
hard to say. Who did?
This guy, for being the best Jeff Capes alike.
Oh, he's fallen over. What an idiot! Now he's dead. Oh,
It's a yellow Jeff Capes. Who's going to be
behind
the
you,
yellow
yellow
one?
Jeff Capes. He's going to get it right in the back of his head. Smash. Hope it brains him.
Oh no, yellow Jeff Capes is shit. I think he's trying to get hit by it, isn't he? Yeah.
I don't know. I think that it's actually very scary, the mask.
Did we compare it last time to the captain from the Tintin books?
Captain Haddock,
Captain
yeah.
Haddock. Because Jeff Capes would have been a brilliant Captain Haddock.
In the animated version, if he was the only live action feature.
Yeah. We might have said that last time.
No, we didn't. Everything else around him is animated. It's just him. Like, just
Jeff
normal
Capes.
Jeff Capes.
Yeah.
Interacting with nothing. That'd be amazing.
All of his puns wouldn't have been fish-based, though, would they? They'd be budgie-based. Buster and
Budgie-based,
budgies.
Yeah. I can't think of any. I wish I
neither.
could have thought of some then.
Budgie me sideways.
That's what he says to his wife.
It's not
She
sideways.
never does.
Not sideways.
She
Jeff.
goes, I don't know what you mean, Jeff.
Doesn't make sense what you said.
Putting budgie in that sentence doesn't make it mean anything.
No, but he tries, bless him.
Do you know what Jeff Capes' favourite shop is?
Netto.
Yeah. That's so. Well, does that even exist anymore?
I don't know. I don't know if Budgeons does.
Budgians. Get it right.
Sorry.
Oh, God.
Is that Edward? Yeah.
You know the people say that like really small swimming trunks are budgie smugglers
Yeah.
because it looks like a willy is a budgie.
Yes.
He actually does put budgies in it.
he took
and
it
he uses them
literally.
to smuggle them.
He smuggles budgies
He smuggles them into Canada,
out of pet shops.
out of pet shops. They don't need to be.
No,
It's fine. He
pays for them.
He just likes where it feels in his pants.
they tell him at the till. They say you don't have to hide those. You've paid for them legally, and he just goes shh, secret, and then he fills his pants with
Cramming
budgies.
fistfuls of budgies into his pants.
and out he
He's got
goes.
big hands though.
And then they say, "See you tomorrow, Jeff." And he goes, he nods sadly because he knows what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Prince Andrew again. Wonder what he's up to these days.
Oh, I don't know. Not much.
Being a bastard.
It's been very quiet, hasn't it, news-wise, for old Andrew?
Yeah.
Not much going on in his life.
I hope they find him guilty and he goes away for a long, long time.
Notice he's got his hands in his pockets, though. Oh, no. Only one.
This Dempsey Andor Makepeace again.
Yeah, the man
Thinking,
one.
I'm Dempsey Andor Makepeace and Dempsey and Makepeace. Why am I doing this shit?
Even they didn't know.
Because I'm Dempsey Andor Makepeace.
This is the only game they're playing, the Jeff Capes Kill the Knights game.
Yeah. Well, he devised it.
The Blues already had their turn. They had Gary Lineker.
Oh, he's fallen over.
Or maybe Gary
What an
Lineker was
idiot.
with the Greens.
He was, Gary Lineker was with Prince Andrew's team. Not now. But in 1987,
Yeah,
yes.
not making any allegations on that.
No.
No.
He seems like a thoroughly decent man, Gary Lineker.
He does. Loves crisps. Loves them.
Loves crisps. We all love crisps.
Can't get enough of them. Can they not see? Is it a blindfold as well? Does it double as a blindfold?
Yeah, I'm
Jeff
assuming
Capes
so.
mask? Okay.
No, Jeff Capes blinds them.
Shoves punches
He
in
does.
their eyes.
Well, you know, he said he should be the mountain. He does
Yeah.
that to them
Oh,
before
nice.
they get. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
He
then.
goes all Ober and Martell on their ass. Well, actually more mountain because obviously it's Ober and Martell who has his eyes crushed out of his face.
Crushed
and
out of his
head.
face.
Yeah, it's horrible, that scene.
That's why he has to wear a helmet nowadays.
Yeah.
It's a Mandalorian reference.
Yeah, I got it.
Keeps his head together.
I got it.
Do you know, I don't know what the show was. I don't know if it'd be easy to find out. But I remember, as a kid, waking up like not in the middle of the night, but like must have been quite young because I remember waking up and the TV being on and seeing a program or a film where there was this guy whose head was held together with like a metal brace. And I remember something not quite right about it, and just seeing like his head, and it haunted me for a long time afterwards. The idea that somebody's head could require a brace to sort of keep it together.
What? Is this a film now?
I don't know if it was a film or a
documentary?
TV show. It was definitely. It wasn't. I knew even then.
Was it on the
like
news?
No. It was definitely like something from fiction. But I just remember like seeing like blood trickling down his head, and it really terrified me. And I remember just going back to bed and just worrying about heads coming apart. It was such a weird thing that's just come back into my head.
Stirred a memory.
Yeah.
If anyone can tell Martin and me what that was,
Oh.
we'd be ever so grateful.
Yeah. Again, I must have only been. I can only have been about 6 or 7 probably, because it was enough to.
Must have been quite. If it was, excuse me, if it was in the 80s, it must have been quite late for that to. I mean, now like 9 o'clock.
Like you didn't.
All manner of blood and guts all over
No,
the
it
place,
wasn't
but
even massively bloodthirsty. It was just
It'd be gory enough that it would have been late, not very late.
there was
night
just
in the
a little
80s.
bit of blood that sort of trickled down his head or something, but it was the idea of a head being held together that was more scary. It wasn't gory. It was just that this guy needed this essentially sort of scaffolding around his head to keep his head together, and he was otherwise quite normal looking. He was sort of bandaged up and stuff. Yeah, really, really scared me. Made me go straight back to bed. But it still haunts me a little bit to this day just thinking about it.
That's understandable.
It's weird that. Anyway, it's not relevant to this. Here's Les Dawson talking to a clown.
Yeah, I recognise this jester, but I can't think who he is.
He looks ashamed to be here, doesn't he?
Yeah, but Les Dawson does his like pushing up his boobs thing like there's a woman in a minute.
Do you think?
Yeah, that's all he knows. That's all he knows.
Someone he knew.
There's John Cleese. He's a prick now, isn't he?
Yeah, please, he is a prick now. I guess
Yeah.
maybe he always was.
Maybe, yeah. Well, probably always was.
I think it's just come with age. It's just one of those things that he's not bothered to update his views with the times, perhaps, and
Yeah.
that's a shame.
It's sad when people who had respect for turn out to be absolute bellends, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Part of me wonders if he just wants to be relevant or
Attention.
wants some attention. But either way, it's
Yeah,
not a
it
good
could
look,
be.
John. Not a good look.
Oh, good job. If you're listening, John. Michael Palin was always my favourite.
I hope we don't go more right wing as we get older. I don't think we will, but it's always a
I've
worry,
gone
isn't
more
it?
left wing as time goes on.
Yeah, I think
so.
consciously, I think it's just But even then, I don't know. It does seem to happen though, doesn't it, to some people?
It does seem to happen. Hopefully it doesn't. I mean, earlier, obviously, the day of recording this, is the day that the Sue Gray report came out.
Well, the first wasn't the full report, was it? It was
it was the bullshit bollocks report.
Yeah, the update or something.
And I was listening to him in Parliament, and I was getting incredibly, physically shaking with anger.
I made a point of not watching. I don't want to listen to it.
I shouldn't have done.
I can't
then
hear his
I
voice.
listened to Keir Starmer's response, which was perfect. And what I loved is, I won't go into this for ages, how the Tory party barely made a noise as he was saying it, because they know everything he's saying is true.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yes, I'm very much left wing.
Saw somebody, one of the SNP guys, basically called him a liar, wouldn't back down, and then left because you're not allowed to call him a liar, even though he is a liar. So that's always good, isn't it? What a lovely system we've got.
I
Can't tell the truth. But anyway,
he's a liar. He's a fucking sack of shitty custard liar. But anyway, back to this. They're throwing ham again.
Is it Tom Jones? Tom Jones throwing ham?
No, it was John Cleese throwing ham.
Tom Jones won't be happy about that. He's got a garden full of the stuff. Getting rid of.
Jeff Capes is huge, isn't he?
He's huge. He's a mountain, some might say.
He is.
Is he stood?
He is desperate to crush something.
He really is. He's like, could I crush Les Dawson? Would I get away with it?
Thing is, he's looking at all those pillars on the castle thinking, I could put a massive concrete ball on that. Easy.
Anybody got a lorry they want tugging?
You could do it.
We'll tug lorries for money. For food.
Annika Rice doesn't look a lot different now, does she?
She doesn't. She's sort of timeless in that Floella Benjamin way.
Yeah.
Floella Benjamin, you would not believe was in her 70s. She seems to be a lovely lady, and
I think she's a robot. There's no way. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
She looks exactly like she did when we were kids.
She's a real
40 years ago.
A real beacon of loveliness on the otherwise hellish Twitter. So yeah. Hasn't aged since the 1980s. Very strange.
It is strange. Is that Krista Berg?
Probably. Why not? In this, I believe anything.
And Griff Rhys-Jones. Remember that pairing? Griff Rhys-Jones and Krista Berg?
Jones and de Berg, they called themselves.
Yeah.
Didn't make sense or anything.
Didn't make sense.
Krista Berg often just singing The Lady in Red while Griff Rhys-Jones did a face. That was their main act.
Yep. It lasted years.
Every now and again, de Berg would just look over his shoulder and Griff would pretend he wasn't doing a face, but we all knew he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, what's this? It looks like they've got to climb up a rope with a rose in their mouth to either Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman or Annika Rice. Jane Seymour. I've forgotten her name again, like I did last week.
I feel like this is just not a real thing. Although
it is a lot of shit, isn't it? So if you're listening, Argyll, this is the same as Takeshi's Castle.
It's better in a way, isn't it?
It's better in a way because it's got Krista Berg's wet ass in it.
Have they ever done a celebrity Takeshi's Castle?
I don't think. Well,
it's a royal Takeshi's Castle. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just call this episode that. That would do.
Well, there's, again, comments. Somebody has enthusiastically 2 years ago written, "This was awesome. I wish they would do it again." No, I don't think they will. I think that's...
I don't think they will. Certainly not with the full cast
No.
that they've got here now.
Probably not, no.
Mainly because most of them are dead.
That's true.
Or in prison, or soon to be in prison.
Yeah. Not good.
Oh, he's got his ass right out now, Krista Berg.
He loves it.
Dr. Quinn's not getting wet.
She's coming to see him.
Yes, she is. She's got wet.
Now, he should have been on the red team, really, shouldn't he, Krista Berg?
He should.
Because it seems silly for him to be saving a lady in blue.
It does. If anything, he should be drowning her.
You're not red!
The reverse of saving. Griff Rhys-Jones enjoying a hug with Annika Rice. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, sure.
Jeff Capes wouldn't. He'd be worried about crushing her. He's like Lenny from Of and Men.
He is, but with budgies.
Just can't help it. With budgies and everything.
Oh, dear. Okay, says Abby Garrett. The King of the Castle game was hilarious. LOL! 4 exclamation marks. That's how much Abby laughed out loud at that.
All the people in the crowd look the same.
One of them looks like Fergie, like she's escaped and is just watching from afar.
Oh, I got Tom Jones. Baron McGuigan. Too much of an outline of their knobs. I couldn't help but look.
That's all Tom Jones is on for. He wants you to look at his knob.
Look at my knob.
My favourite
I'm gonna
comment
claim up
now from any YouTube video ever is this one, who's just written 1735 halfway through.
Brilliant.
It's just, it's a great comment. Anyway,
Who are you rooting for here, Barry McGuigan or Tom Jones?
Tom Jones.
Yeah.
Tom
no one
Jones.
likes
Tom
Barry McGuigan.
Jones.
We listened to that song in the radio on the way back from the day out on the weekend.
Did you sing the parts, you and your wife? Did you do the men bits and she do the lady bits?
Yeah.
Do you remember the words?
No. No, we didn't do that. As soon as it came on, my wife said, "I hate this song." I said, "Yeah, I'm not sure why it's in my '90s playlist, if I'm honest, on Spotify, because I hate it as well."
Gareth Matthews. Who's the other one?
The bloke from Space.
Space, of course.
Whatever his name was.
I don't know. Scouse guy.
Scouse Space. Simon Space.
I don't know. I used to quite like it at the time. I bet if I heard it now, I probably wouldn't. But
No, I mean, then what came on? Avenging Angels came on afterwards, which is awful as well. Very, very repetitive. I'm not sure I've put any of Space's songs in this playlist. Female of the Species might be the only one that holds up slightly.
at the time, I used to like Avenging Angel.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very repetitive.
It's more than 20 years ago, though.
And Neighbourhood is really annoying as well.
Neighbourhood. How does that one go?
My neighbourhood, my beautiful neighbourhood.
Oh, they were very much of the time, weren't they?
Yeah. At number 10, they haven't paid the rent. So here goes the TV with the Repo Man.
What's that film that's got Kate Beckinsale in it and the two other guys, and they're like a sort of bunch of sort of con men, I guess, and that's got essentially a soundtrack completely done by Space.
I have no idea.
It's called. I'm going to look it up. This will still play in the background, I'm sure.
I don't think it matters.
It does.
Jeff Capes just really wants to murder Paul Daniels. You can see it in his eyes.
We all do. Well,
he's dressed too much like a budgie. You just see he wants to just crush him.
We've all thought about murdering Paul Daniels, but time beat us to it.
Someone succeeded.
What was it called? Oh, she's been in some quite good things.
Kate Beckinsale?
Yeah.
Give me 3.
3 good things, yeah. Whiteout, I was thinking of. But I think maybe I just like the comic, and I can't remember if the film was good or not now. Shooting Fish, it was called.
Oh, yeah, I have heard of that.
2 con artists plan to steal enough for a house. Hang on.
Who are the 2 blokes in it?
They are everybody's favourite Dan Futterman, and Stuart Townsend.
Stuart Townsend, that's who I was thinking of.
Remember him? Yeah.
I do. He had a career once. Remember when he was Dorian Gray in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Yeah.
Shit, isn't it? That film was shit.
It is quite shit. It is.
Remember the easily transferred premise from the comic books. It's all there. It's all there for you.
It's easy.
Easy to do, isn't it? Easy. Yeah. Easy, Stephen Norrington, isn't it?
Yeah,
Easy.
should be.
I made Blade. Yeah, I know. Nothing good since though.
Some trivia.
All that, because that's not that good either.
Some trivia about Shooting Fish is that during filming, animal rights activists showed up with the intention to make sure all the fish were treated correctly. After viewing the script and realising the title of the film was really more about cheating fish than actually shooting it, they left, somewhat embarrassed.
What idiots.
Yeah, because it's a saying. It's based on a saying, isn't it? It's not literally about them shooting fish. And if it was, I don't think they'd have made it. It would have been even more boring. Hour and 49 minutes.
But also, it's just fish.
I remember in college, a friend of mine, I say friend, somebody on my course, had a really did a media course, and he had a really ambitious gangster script. It was around the time that Lock, Stock and Snatch and stuff.
I remember the script.
Do you remember what it was called?
Wasn't it called Trigger Happy?
It started off that way, and then it was called Killing Horses.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Which, yeah. I wonder. He probably is doing all right for himself, because whatever else he was very ambitious, and definitely wanted to get on. And I think he went to London to sort of work. I think it was like to do lighting technician stuff. So he's probably come on quite well.
Yeah.
I wonder if he ever made Killing Horses.
AKA trigger happy.
He also, for a project, desperately wanted to try and break the record for the number of people. He was obsessed with minis. Try and break the record for the number of people that you could get into a mini. And he started. Yeah. He went through all this organisation, and then he bottled it on the day before we were going to film it. He just no, can't do it. Don't want to do it. What if somebody hurts himself? Not happening.
God, that's quite thoughtful, though.
It is,
considering the decade.
There was a lot. There was a lot of planning and preparation, and he seemed to be well on top of it. And then suddenly he just had a last-minute pang of conscience, or maybe it just, I don't know. Maybe somebody said to him, health and safety-wise, this is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Either way, his whole project was just in the toilet. But weird. What a weird course I did.
It was a weird course. This game they're playing now with a giant foam king.
Jeff Capes.
Jeff Capes. Giant foam Jeff Capes. This is what I remember of It's a Knockout. It's this kind of racing with giant foam. That's Mel Smith. Hang on, there's just more and more people coming out of the woodwork here. He's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, all the dead ones.
All the dead ones. Balding and a mullet. He's got it all going on, Mel Smith.
I suppose Mel Smith had to be around somewhere because Griff Rhys-Jones was around earlier, so he don't go anywhere without him, or he didn't. He does now.
That is true. Well,
no, he still doesn't. Yeah. Don't invite Griff to a party, is all I'm saying.
Don't. Weekend at Mel's.
You didn't see all the outtakes and all the footage they couldn't use from Three Men in a Boat.
Oh dear. That's not an anchor. I'm wondering who else will be in these now, because they seem to keep surprising us with new minor celebrities. Who's this going to come out of the yellow now?
It seems late in the game for new people to arrive, and yet Mel Smith arrived sort of at the presumably about the 50-minute mark.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure. I hadn't noticed him before.
No.
Look at that, they're like squabbling now. Look,
trying to get back into their massive foam Jeff Capes games.
No, he's trying to stop him from getting into his.
Just fight. Just get on. Get this. Have a proper fight.
Dick. Go on. He's got his arse out now.
Oh,
idiot!
It's very strange.
Oh, what Prince Edward enjoyed then was pushing a peasant.
Yeah, he loves it. He was going to go
Prince
back.
Anne's laughing
because
one of them's died.
He was going to go back for his gun, but Prince Anne was like, "No, there's cameras rolling. Just push him."
Look, we do that in private at Sandringham. We don't do it here.
Wait until there's a photographer hidden in your wardrobe, and then
yeah,
you can hunt him all you like.
Oh no, they're going to kill that one. Look. John Travolta getting in there.
No, he hadn't done anything else of any use.
No, this is years before Broken Arrow.
It's another good comment. Like comedy, but not funny.
Accurate. I think that's one. I don't think I need to put a comment under this one.
It's a royal fuck out.
What are they trying to do? They're trying to rape him.
It's royal rape
putting
out.
all his clothes off.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's just weird.
Drag him by his fucking trousers.
What is it? Right, it's a certain mentality where like pulling someone's trousers off is like the funniest thing you can think of.
I know.
We're going to pull his trousers off.
Well,
oh, that one's died.
The royals have no shame, so they don't understand that kind of thing, I guess.
I bet it's the kind of thing they probably do think is hilarious.
They probably do, yeah.
Because they're subhuman assholes.
That is one of my favourite things. Subhuman is great. I like it as an insult. Subhuman. I think because I always think of it in an Alan Partridge voice. Scum. Yeah. Subhuman scum.
Subhuman. What I've noticed is that Prince Andrew and Stuart Hall really love talking to each other.
They do.
Talk to each other a lot, don't they?
Almost like they're swapping notes about something.
Yeah.
Love it.
Andrew's the Queen's favourite, apparently.
Is he?
Says a lot. Apparently.
I bet he still is.
According to the Crown.
What does she like best about him?
Don't want to say.
didn't have a lot of sweat stains to wash out of his clothes when he was a kid.
Yeah, made it easy.
Yeah. Is it his creepy grin?
It is. There's Nigel Mansell. Sorry, got excited then.
Hey,
I've not seen him yet.
And it's a proper photobomb appearance by him as well. He just
it was.
He just appeared in the background.
Look at my moustache.
Who's got the best moustache?
Drive a car fast.
Baron McGuigan or Nigel Mansell?
I think Nigel Mansell.
Yeah, it's tidy.
Yeah, it's tidy. It's much tidier.
Boring, but tidy.
It's boring. Agreed.
Yeah.
But tidiness is important.
It
when it
is.
comes to moustaches. There's Emily Hughes again.
Do you think he's got a little comb?
Always reliable.
Little comb,
Oh, I'm sure he has.
probably. Right. Okay, peasants. Whose trousers are coming off next?
No.
Jeff's. You try it.
You're not looking at my budgies. Jeff, why are your trousers moving?
Chirping.
Chirping. Why is there a trill coming out of the bottom of your trousers?
Secret.
Secret. Jeff, why do you keep headbutting a small mirror?
Oh, he's looking at me funny.
Say your name to yourself over and over again. In a high-pitched shrill.
And he says, did somebody say trill? And they go, no.
Mrs. Shrill.
He's
What's
hungry.
what's Jeff Gate's favourite number?
I can't think. Go on.
A trillion.
Oh, see, I just wasn't on form there.
Oh. It's more fun thinking of Jeff Cape's jokes.
Jeff Cape's jokes.
Oh, Steve Cram, maybe. Or somebody who looks a bit like Steve Cram. Just a blonde man, essentially.
A blonde man. And Princess Anne is here to pull someone's trousers down, hopefully. Warming her hands up.
Yep, there's Emily Hughes. Emily Hughes is in this more than anyone else. He seems to be the most dominant force in this.
That's what they called him.
The dominant force.
The dominant force.
Dominant force.
All covered in grass.
He's had this T-shirt ripped.
It's like a sort of horrible primary school sports day.
Oh, I hated those.
Yeah, well, all sports days are awful, but this one is because of the stupidity of what they're doing, and it's like a load of grown-ups who are like primary school kids rolling around on the grass, pulling each other's trousers down.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Probably giving each other wedgies as well.
probably. Budgies, says Jeff. No, wedgies.
Wedgies, Jeff. Oh. I don't want those in my pants.
It's only...
There's only one G's I want in my pants.
and it ain't Dustin G.
Ain't Dustin G. Oh, no. He'd still be dead. He's there now, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
When did he die?
Oh, I don't know.
Mid-80s?
Probably.
Les Dennis did all right, though, didn't he?
I guess.
For a while.
In a way.
In a way.
He did a kind of well.
Does that say the Asda Marathon?
The Asda Marathon, yes, they're everybody's
Sponsored
favourite.
by Asda.
I guess. Was it a thing then?
Asda? I don't know. I suppose it must have been.
Asda. The Asda Marathon. It's a weird bit of product placement. Or
It is very
advertising,
weird.
I suppose.
Placement. Who is that? I don't know who that is.
It's Les Dawson.
It's annoying me. Oh, right, yeah. But next to him.
I don't know.
I recognise her, but I can't think who she is.
I'm
Is that
guessing...
Michael Palin? Oh, God.
Oh, my
Michael, you're
God, he is
favourite.
Michael Palin, yeah.
Michael.
He's on the green team, though. He's safe. From
He's safe.
John Cleese.
No, because that's Andrew's team.
Oh, no, he's not safe. Nobody's
He's not
safe.
Nobody's safe. It's Nigel Mansell. Because we all remember that famous TV listing, Nigel Mansell's Mansale. Selling men out of the boot of his car.
Yeah. Funny fact about Nigel Mansell is that those prongs on his head, they're actually part of his head.
Yeah. He hides them well under his car helmet.
They just covered them up and put a bell on the end.
Hang on, she got purple. She didn't have purple hair earlier. Jane Seymour. When did that happen?
It's just the dyes run off of her crown.
Oh, right. She gets to throw ham.
What is this roll along the log game thing? Because they seem to be doing that every sort of 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, the green team haven't done it yet. They get to scrape their penis along a log while getting ham thrown at their heads.
Is it still Tom Jones?
Some people would pay money for that,
They would.
like Tom Jones.
Tom Jones is just glad to get all this foam ham out of his garden.
Yeah, he hates foam ham, but loves it too. It's kind of a real issue he's got because he loves it and hates it.
Ham, though? Why ham?
I don't know.
In the narrative we've created, it's because Tom Jones has got a garden full of it. But I don't understand in real world why ham.
I don't know. Is the castle Hammerlot? Is that the joke? Is that the joke?
Don't know, because even then it doesn't really hold together, does it?
Well, no, it's not real.
No, well, that's true. It's fair enough. Yeah,
It's all fake.
it is. It is.
I don't think it's a real castle.
Do you think they're real servants? I think these are the actual
Oh, yeah.
royal servants.
Well, the losing team become the royal servants forever.
Oh no, that's why we never saw
And it's over.
Aled Jones ever again.
We never
One of
did.
the teams. Never. Never. Well, that was good, wasn't it? There's a
I'm
part
walking
3.
to the fair.
Should we do that next week?
We'll do that. Yeah, we'll definitely do part 3 next week. So yeah, that was It's a Royal Knockout 1987, part 2 of 3, we think.
Probably.
Probably. So let us know who your favourite dead celebrity from 1987 is by telling us at Spread the Whimsy on Twitter, or if you like wagonwheels@outlook.com on emails.
If you were the Queen, tell us which would be your favourite child.
Yeah.
And why.
And what might make you change your mind.
Yeah, at Spread the Whimsy on Twitter. Yeah. Then if you say it, it's fine. If we say it, probably not so great.
Probably not so good. Yeah.
Fun?
And just a shout out to one of our long-term time listeners for this podcast, Pez D. Spencer, who messaged us recently. Just say, good to hear from you.
Oh.
And thank you for continuing to listen.
Yeah.
It has been a long journey.
It is nice. We do love hearing from everybody, and it's nice, like you say, when a name that we haven't heard for a while gets in touch.
Yeah. Jason, are you still out there?
Go on, Jason.
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 You missed that, Jason. But to, all of our other listeners who haven't mentioned my name, we hope you've enjoyed this episode. Come back next week for part 3 of It's a Royal Knockout.
Yeah, get in touch at Spread the Whimsy if you like Wagon Wheels at outlook.com, and just shout our names really loud. We might hear you if we're nearby.
Exactly, it's a Royal Knockout. I'm not saying that's the technique he used.
Like comedy, but not funny.